Hi, what's up, guys? Welcome back with me again, Lukman. I am a math teacher, and today I will talk about uh, an article from Harvard Business School, and the topic is about Toyota. Yeah, Toyota is, as we know, that Toyota is a company that produces vehicles uh, based on Japan. And the article start with a conversation on the phone calls between an officer that off duty riding driving a Lexus from Toyota, and he called 911, and he said that he cannot slow down the car. At the time, the car was speeding at more than 100 miles per hour and is in high speed on San Diego highway. And um the the 911 suggests to turn off the engine, or they have to tune the engine brake or something like that. But the driver told the 191 that they have to everything to stop the car, or just to slow the car down. But it it useless. They still cannot slow down the car. And at the end of the phone call, there are some car crash, and the crash is heard by the phone, and all of the passenger in the car was died. There are four passenger: the driver, his wife, his daughter, and his brother-in-law. And this tragedy hit a lot to Toyota, because there is a lot of effect from this accident. And the first we talk about the malfunction of the pedal, yeah, because from the article I see that the gas pedal was slow to emerge. um, they stuck in between the mat floor mat of the car. And in the other case, a lot of customer also talk about this, yeah, about the error function, mechanical error from especially from the pedal engine. uh, yeah, the brake system also sometimes hard to use, and it's very hard to use, and some have don't have main don't work, yeah. And a lot of tragedy happened uh, in in Toyota cars. So we will start again, yeah, the Toyota. So the Toyota, founded by a Toyota family back in the middle 1930s. It was in Japan, and the first time Toyota found was back in 1937, and with a slow production, by 1938 they finally hit a milestone to produce about 100,000 cars by 1947. And in the beginning of Toyota, uh, they have a lot of precept, they have a lot of concept that every workers on the Toyota have to understand, and it works good. It works well. The Toyota grow, they have like a judoka, slow but steady. Yeah, they grow slowly, but they steady to keep the firm growing, and it's the important thing because they keep growing steady. And to cut the protection costs, they apply that in the dormitory. They cut the heat, and they maximize the time of the worker to work at the factory, so the protection cost will be cut properly. And they also have ideological about they don't want to have a lot of inventory. Yeah, they just need inventory as much as they want to sell, so there are not too much cars in the inventory. And after maybe a decade or about that, they can expand the market outside the Japan. And yeah, the fact that in today recently, almost 70% of their market are in outside the Japan, and the majority of the market share is in US. But with this tragedy, we know that the effect will be very bad to Toyota, since we know that Japan and America have some tension, from the World War II, that we know US have bombed Japan into place, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and maybe the tension still until now. And yeah, from this article, we see that in the television, in the U.S. media, they mock Toyota a lot, rather than if Toyota. Imagine if Toyota did not come from Japan, but from the other country, maybe the effect will be this big. But because Toyota from Japan, the media talk it a lot, mock them a lot. Yeah, it's American thing, right? Yeah, it's a very American thing. And yeah, after they can reach the US market in the middle of 90s, 1950s, 1960s, they have a success on car like Corolla, Camry, and in a truck. Yeah, they can grow in the U.S. market. They have get the trust from the customer, and since that time they have a loyal customer, that because Toyota always emphasize the quality over quantity at that time. But when globalization hits the world, everything moves fast, and if you move slow, they will leave you, and that happens in Toyota. So when the motto change, yeah, we know that they have motto, they have slogan like slow but steady. But in the early 2000, when globalization start widely globally, Toyota move fast faster than before. So they push the production and export to a lot of country. And they also have plants in US, and maybe this is one of the problem, because when you have plants outside the Japan, especially in US, the type of the workers was different. It's okay to have a worker in Japan because they already know about the Toyota principle, but when it comes from the other country like US, that very different place, very different culture from Japan, it's hard to make sure that your workers um, have same understanding about your perceive, right? Because in US they are more free, they are more liberal, and it's different from Japan, that is culture different with West, and it's the problem too. So beside the workers, they also have problem with parts, because they apply that they have to cut the cost from producing. So maybe it influence the quality about the Toyota, and it's more product but less quality. And this is how the problems start. They cannot control widely, and they just focus on the quantity over the quality, like they do before. The focus was in quality over quantity, but because the globalization, because the era was passive, and they follow the flow, and they start to have problems. And since this happened, they lost their market in US, and have to recall millions of cars in the US. And maybe this is one of the biggest recalls in the history of automotive market uh, at that time. And Toyota tried to get their trust from their customer. They by advertising, like on television, newspaper, and even in social media like Facebook, that very viral at the time. But they found some obstacle, especially because the U.S. media was very wild, and they they can say what they want to say. They don't think about what they don't think about Toyota, about the effect after that. They only think about what they want to talk, right? Um, and it's I mean, they will take some time to Toyota to get their customer back, but fortunately that they have some loyal customer that have trust their product from the 1950, 1960. um, the firm believe that they will wait again from for Toyota to get back. And at the end of this video, just we learned that sometimes when we leave, there will be some problems. The era will change, the time will fly, and we have to sometimes we have to follow the flow, but sometimes we also have to have our idea, our precept that we have to stand with, not don't get FOMO or anything like that. So we will have some independency. It's like a cat that have their own uh, mighty. Yeah, it's a different with dog, that the dog is like to play with everybody, but the cat, they like have their own authority. So I think that's it for today, and see you later. See you in the next video.